Hey guys, today we'll look into creating a few tags and triggers within our GTM account. Right, so as you see, I'm already logged into my GTM account. Okay, so the very first thing that we need to make sure before we start creating any kind of tags or triggers is that the code, the GTM code is properly pasted on each and every page of a website. Right? So if you have missed it, once you log into your GTM account, this is where you find your code, right? You click on this, you see the code. So the first part of this code goes into the head. It's mandatory that you paste this code in the head tag, and it's recommended that you put it as high as possible within the head tag. The second piece of the code that you see is has to be pasted in the body tag, right? And again, this goes just after the opening of the body tag. Okay, so just need to make sure that these codes are in place. Okay, now let's look at creating a few tags. So for now, we'll just check how to create a tag for Google Analytics, and we'll look at the Facebook tag, and we'll look at a tag, a platform called as Rev Content, which ideally uses an image tag, right, a custom image tag. Okay, so let's dive into this. Let's look at tags first. Okay, so I'm here. At the left hand side, I have this option as tags. I click on it. It takes me to this new page. So we are starting fresh over here. I click on new. Okay, so the first section is where I configure the tag. The second section is where I configure my triggers. Okay, so getting into the tag, I have this list of options over here that I can select from. Okay, so there are a lot of options over here. So as of now, I'm looking to configure a tag for universal analytics. Right, so I click on analytics over here. Okay, there I am. So for now, we are configuring a tag for the page views. Okay, you have more options over there like events, transactions, social. Okay, so this is where probably you want to create, you want to configure some events that you want to track, transactions for an e-commerce site, and so on. Yeah. Now, for page view is what we will select. So Google Analytics code, right? I've just defined this variable already over here, right? So let's do this again. I'll just click on new variable. Okay, and this is where it asks me to enter my tracking ID. Okay, so I go back to my analytics account. I'm already into the admin section over here, and I'm just grabbing my tracking ID from here, and I'll just put it over here. We keep the cookie domain as auto, right? And we just name the variable over here. Okay, so this can be the GA tag. Okay, right? I just save this, and here it is, right? So now it automatically gives you an option to select the tags, the variables that you have already defined. Okay, so now going ahead, if you want to configure any kind of events or any kind of triggers from your from your Google Analytics account, right? You wouldn't need to go back and add the tracking parameter every now and then. Okay, so you just select it from the tags from the variables over here, and it will be there. Okay, the rest will leave as same. Just make sure that the tag firing is once per event. Okay, and now we'll move to the triggers. Okay, so now as this is a Google Analytics code, I would want this code to trigger on each and every page. So here my trigger will be all pages. Okay, I'll go ahead, save this. It will automatically give it a name, right? Universal Analytics, and I'll just save it. Okay, so here we are. We have this code implemented over here, added to our GTM container. Next, we'll look at adding the Facebook code. So again, click on new. We go back over here. Okay, and I'll just search for Facebook. Yeah, and yeah, we don't have Facebook listed over here, right? But then we always have an option for custom HTML. Okay, so what I do is I just click on custom HTML. I log into my Facebook account. Okay, I'm already logged in. I'm just grabbing my code from here. This is the base code for your Facebook pixel. Okay, and I can just add it over here. Done. Okay. So whatever platforms aren't present in the predefined list, you can always add their codes as custom HTML. You can define the triggers. Okay. Now say I want this code to run on a specific page, right? Maybe I just want to track convergence. So for now, the only trigger that's available is all pages, right? But I do have an option to create a new trigger. So at the top right hand corner, I'll click on plus new trigger. There it is. And so here are the options that you have. You have DOM ready, page view, window loaded, right? All elements, custom events and everything. Yeah. So for now, page view is what we'll look at. Okay. And we want to configure this trigger, which would trigger the code only on some specific pages, right? So I will select some page views. Okay. Right. And then I'll say page URL contains, right, say / thank you is my thank you page. Okay, right, so that's my trigger now, and this will be the thank you page trigger. Okay, I save it. Okay, and there it is. Right, so now we have added the Facebook code, and we have made sure that this code triggers only when someone visits a thank you page. Okay, so in this way, this is how this will track the convergence. So I'll just name the code over here. I save it, and there it is. Okay, we have the trigger. Yeah, let's add it. Now let's create a tag for ref content. Okay, so again I click on new. I go back to the tag configuration, and I don't have ref content over here. Okay. So now when I log into my ref content account, when I look at the convergent pixel, okay, so this is the pixel that it gives me, right? So it's not the custom HTML pixel, but it's an image pixel that you see over here. Right? So in this case, I'll go to custom image tag, okay, and I'll add the tag over here. Okay, now you just need to keep in mind that whenever you add an image tag, you get rid of this, right, and you get rid of the closing of the tag. Okay, the rest remains the same. You just go ahead, add a trigger. Now, as this is a conversion code, I'll add a thank you trigger to this. Okay, right, there it is, and I'll name it as the content. And we go ahead and save this. Okay, right, so there it is. Yeah. So now we have added 3 different codes to our GTM account. Okay, the next step we do is we have to go and publish these codes, because unless we publish the codes, none of these tags will fire on the website. Okay, so we go ahead, we submit this, and we just describe the codes that we added. Go ahead, publish. That's it. You're done. Right. So you can see here the changes that took place in the version. Right. So Facebook pixel, the tag was added. GTM tag variable, Google Analytics code variable. This is the old one that I created first. Ref content tag was added, the thank you page trigger was added, and the image analytics tag was added. Right? You see this? These are the 3 pixels that you just now added. Facebook, which is firing only on the thank you page. Ref content again, which fires on the thank you page, and you have the GA tag, which fires on each and every page. Right? Once you go back to your workspace, again you can see which version is live, right? You can even check the versions over here just to see what was changed in which version, right? And you can even find the latest live version over here. Right? So that's the basic of how you add the codes to your GTM container, right? And how you publish this. In the next chapter, we'll just see how you make sure that all your codes are firing, right? So for that, I'll need to have this code added to my website. So we can get this added, and in the next video, we'll look at verifying if the triggers and the code and the tags are working properly. Thanks. Bye.